Welcome to part 2 of income tax preparation training. During this training, we will be covering the following: forms and income documents, most commonly used forms, credits, and deductions. Now that we have the questionnaire completed and signed by the client, what happens next? The client will give you back the questionnaire along with their filing forms. There are several different forms you will see. First, you need to identify your customer. You can identify them by state driver's license. You will need the driver's license number. Always confirm the address, the date of birth, and the expiration date and state. Make sure the driver's license isn't expired. You can also identify your customer by state ID, military ID, or passport. Then capture a copy of your customer's Social Security card for the taxpayer and dependent. Next, we have the wage forms, also known as income documents. Your W-2, your 1099 miscellaneous, your 1099-G, your 1099-R, and Social Security disability income. Other forms include deduction forms, your 1098-E for student loan interest, your 1098 mortgage statement, your 2106 mileage form. Your customer will provide you with a written mileage log to get this credit. And your credit forms, your 1098-T for student tuition and your 2441 for child care expenses. We have identified several forms that clients may use according to their tax situation. These forms will help you, the tax professional, know when to use them. The filing system below can be referenced to act as a guide to help the tax professional do the best return possible for the client. Here are a few sample forms. Your W-2 form that an employer must send to an employee and the IRS at the end of the year. The W-2 form reports an employee's annual wages and the amount of taxes withheld from his or her paycheck. You need to verify the taxpayer or spouse's Social Security number seen in box A. The system requires we also capture the employer's EIN number. This number is the IRS unique identifier of that employer, seen in box B. Box 1 are your wages and tips. Box 2 is your federal income tax withheld as well. If you take a look at the bottom of this W-2, you'll see that it is a state return. You will copy the state, the employer state ID, the state wages, and the state income tax. Next, we have a W-2G. This is an income form as well to report certain gambling winnings and any federal income tax withheld on those winnings. The requirements for reporting and withholding depend on the type of gambling and the amount of gambling winnings, generally the ratio of the winnings to the wager. Make sure you input all the information on the W-2G form in the system. Next, we have a 1099 miscellaneous form. This is also an income form of a contractor or self-employed individual. The items that have to be filled out is the EIN number, the employer address, and the compensation. Pay attention to where the compensation is because it can go in any of the other fields. It needs to be filled out exactly as it is on the 1099. Next is your 1099-G. This is an income form as well. Unemployment form that is sent to clients from the Texas Workforce Commission when they have received unemployment benefits. Taxes may be taken out, but only if the client requests it. If taxes are not taken out, then they are not eligible for an income tax return, if this is their only form of income. You need to capture the employer's EIN number, the address, and the amount received, and taxes, if applicable, need to be applied to this form as well. Next is your 1099-R form. This form is sent to employees that have retired from a job but still receive retirement, or if they pull money out of their pension or 401k. This income is usually taxed and that needs to be reported. The EIN number, employer address, and amount received, taxes taken out, and the distribution code located in box 7 of this form needs to be recorded. The distribution code shows the IRS which type of disbursement it is. The Social Security Insurance Disability Form is an income form as well. This income is non-taxable. Taxes are not taken out and is not counted as a part of the adjusted gross income. Clients that receive this type of income only will not be eligible for an income tax return, even if they have a dependent. Here we have a 1098-E. Inputting this information in the system just simply requires putting the exact amount of student interest paid on line 33 of the 1040. (1098) mortgage form. The Schedule A is where all of this information will be input. Be sure to capture the mortgage insurance, the property taxes paid, and the mortgage interest. Now we have the 1098-T for student tuition. The 8863 is where this information will be input. Clients should be able to tell you how much out-of-pocket expenses they have incurred during the school year. This form allows you to do the proper due diligence by subtracting the difference between financial aid received and tuition paid. If the financial aid is higher than the tuition paid, then all of the school costs were covered and there is no out-of-pocket expense. As a tax preparer, your goal revolves around getting clients back the most money that they qualify for. Our company tries to meet the customer's expectations with good customer service and performing the proper due diligence. Here are 3 initial questions to ask your client. How much did you get back on last year? Are you filing the same way this year? How much are you hoping to get back this year? Due diligence involves asking the right questions. What are credits and deductions? A tax deduction and a tax credit can both reduce an individual's income tax liability, but they do it in different ways. Tax credits directly reduce a person's tax liability. Some credits are refundable. Tax deductions reduce the taxable income. Here's a chart that shows a breakdown of credits and deductions along with the software forms that need to be added to the return. The customer will provide you with the IRS form or the tax form to verify whether the customer is eligible for those credits and deductions. As you can see, claiming mileage is a deduction and credit. The form in the software for mileage is the 2106. There is no IRS form for mileage. Therefore, the customer needs to provide you with a mileage log. Next is your student loan interest. It also is a deduction. The customer will provide you with the 1098-E showing the amount of interest paid. Since there isn't a system form for the student loan interest, you should add the amount paid directly to line 33 of the 1040. For an individual who has a child and has paid child care and would like to use this credit, the school will provide them with a paid statement. The system form to be added is a 2441. There isn't an IRS form. Another deduction clients can claim is medical expenses, mortgage interest, property taxes, and mortgage insurance, etc. This information will be recorded on the Schedule A form in the system. The customer will provide you with the 1098 form for verification. If the customer is self-employed and would like to deduct their business expenses, they will provide you with a business log detailing their expenses. All self-employed profits and losses will go on the form Schedule C in the software. Now we're at American Opportunity Credit and Lifetime Learning Credit. These are 2 tax credits available to persons who pay expenses for higher education. For each student you choose, only 1 credit for any 1 year. For an example, if you choose to take the American Opportunity Credit for a child on your 2013 tax return, then you cannot also claim the Lifetime Learning Credit for the same child. American Opportunity Credit is up to $2,500 per eligible student. It's only available for 4 tax years per eligible student. To claim this credit, your institution will provide you with a 1098-T form showing the amount paid for the school, providing you are eligible to claim this credit. The lifetime learning credit is up to $2,000 per return. It's available for an unlimited number of years. To claim this credit, you need to provide proof of expenses paid as well. Please add System Form 8863 to claim either of these credits. Now that you've learned how to identify your customer, gather their information, ask your due diligence questions, and you understand credits and deductions, you are now ready to prepare your return. Refer to the training portal video, How to Prepare a Return. Thank you for attending our training. We wish you all the success during this season.